The Final Monkey is a trilogy of Gorilla Tag movies that I started back in 2023 and just recently ended in 2025. There's a lot to go over, so today I'm going to be going over the Final Monkey recap. Okay, before we actually start the video, I need you guys to know all the characters. We have Ethan, Nathan, Aaron, Orion, Oliver, Bum Bum, X-Mode, Jay Sean, Roger, and the Scientist. The Final Monkey 1 starts with Ethan and Aaron just hanging out in their little room. And then, out of nowhere, their other friend, Jay Sean, comes out of nowhere. And he looks a little different. He looks like he's lava. It's not a color code, it's not an update. He's just a straight zombie, apparently. Right after this, Ethan and Aaron gather up all their other friends to escape and make sure they don't get infected like Jay Sean did. But unfortunately, not all of their friends escaped because Oliver, one of their friends, got tagged by Jay Sean. Oh yeah, by the way, Oliver and Orion are brothers, so just remember that. Anyways, Ethan, Nathan, Aaron, and Orion all run down to the canyons and get to a hiding spot. They all decided to hide in the top box where Ethan and Nathan used to hang out. Once they all got in there, they were just chilling in there, nothing was wrong. And then Orion starts dangling over the edge somehow, and then he slips and he falls into Jay Sean and Oliver and gets infected. Ethan, Nathan, and Aaron, after seeing half their friends get infected and turn into zombies, all retreat to the treehouse and think they're safe, until they keep getting chased down, and Aaron decides to do this.
Jump, go to... No! Aaron!
Yeah, you saw that right. Aaron sacrificed himself to be a distraction for me and Nathan to get to Stump, and it worked for me, but not for Nathan.
No!
Yeah, Nathan got infected too, so it was only Ethan left. He successfully made it to Stump, but so did the lava monkeys. They were about to tag him, and he jukes him, I guess you can call it a juke, and he runs to city. While in city, he ran into the little tiny maze thing that used to be there, and the lava monkeys were still chasing him. He thought he was safe until Aaron decided to go in. Uh-oh.
Hey, you get back here! Where'd he go? Hey, what are you doing?
That, folks, is what I call top-tier acting. Ethan manages to juke all the lava monkeys and get to a safe hiding spot. He hid behind a giant snowman and all the lava monkeys finally left. There's a post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, Ethan leaves the maze and goes to the competitive parkour course. While he was there, he conveniently found a button that gave him 2 cures to the infection. And then, it leaves off on a cliffhanger. Okay, well that was Final Monkey 1, but before we go to Final Monkey 2, let's talk about the fact that 99.8% of you aren't even subscribed. What are you doing? Oh my god. No, but like all jokes aside, these videos take freaking forever to make. So if you would subscribe, that would really help a lot. Road to 10K. We just hit 5K. Thank you guys so much. But let's go on to Final Monkey 2.
Oh god. It's been months. So many updates have passed. And I've just been here. I've always thought it was the last one, but I don't know. I think it's time I leave this place.
Alright, so this takes place a couple months later. Ethan has been hiding in the competitive course, just hiding away from all the lava monkeys, and he hasn't seen any other survivors. But little does he know, he's about to.
Survivors?
Hi.
What? There's more survivors? X-Mode and Bum Bum, they're survivors.
So, I'll give you a little
I know
backstory.
2 people. I know 2 people that are infected. 2
Oliver
of
and
them are my
Orion.
friends. Yeah, how do you know that?
Dude, those were my best friends. So if you don't know,
because we were with them, and then we had gotten split apart because zombies came.
yeah, I think I
So,
remember them
yeah.
talking about y'all, but
And it's confirmed, X-Mode and Bum Bum were actually friends with most of Ethan's friends, which is just crazy. Sounds all good, sounds great. Until X-Mode says this.
Oh yeah, you know your buddy Jay Sean?
yeah.
So he kind of got a little bit too not so friendly with us. Well, I kind of had to off.
You shot him?
So Jashawn's dead. Rest in peace, Jashawn. He died. Thanks a lot, X-Mode. But, oh well. He was about to get infected by him, so can you really blame the guy? X-Mode and Bum Bum take Ethan to the spot where the maze used to be, but it's gone, and the door is now open. It leads to the basement that Ethan has not seen before. Ethan and X-Mode see this painting on the wall, and they come to the conclusion that they think that's what started the infection. But, oh boy, they were wrong. You'll see why later in the video. After months of hiding, Ethan finally goes back into the forest for the first time. And guess who? Oliver, Orion, and Aaron. Nathan is nowhere to be seen. But they get their weapons, and they charge. The weapons aren't very effective, and they chase Ethan around the forest a lot. They have no memory of him, they have no memory of anyone. They can't remember anything. He attempts to cure them, but they're too fast, and he's got to get them individually. Ethan, X-Mode, and Bum Bum all retreat, but they're still getting followed by the lava monkeys. They go in the basement to try to get away, but they caught him. They can't get away. Ethan tries to distract the lava monkeys with a bug he found in the forest, but it only worked for Aaron, and Oliver and Orion weren't buying it. So he had to run, and they all hid. Ethan and X-Mode hide behind a box, and Bum Bum hides somewhere else. They wait for an escape plan, wait for them to move, and then they run out of the basement, successfully making it to mountains. It's here where they find out that the snow actually makes the lava monkey slower, so he uses it to his advantage, and he finally cures one of the lava monkeys. And boom, just like that, they cured one of the lava monkeys. Oliver is back to normal and back on their side. Their plan is to get them all individually, so they have to get Aaron and Orion to back off, and he'll get them later. But when they go up to Oliver to try to talk to him, he can't talk. It's really weird, he can't talk. And this actually happens for every lava monkey. Once you cure a lava monkey, they can't talk. And there's a separate cure for their voice that they need to find. You think it's a really good idea to load our weapons with snowballs? Since snow makes the lava monkey slower, loading our weapons with snowballs will really help. Ethan puts snow in his slingshot, Bum Bum puts snow in his bow and arrow, and X-Mode puts snow in his gun. The four of them head back to forest to try to get the other two to get cured, and they go on top of Stump, but realize the two lava monkeys are actually waiting for them, and they need a distraction. And this is when Bum Bum does the unthinkable.
Yeah, there's the secret tunnel opened. Wait, but how are we gonna get over there? They're gonna chase us, and they're gonna get all of us. What do you do? No, don't tell me you're sacrificing yourself.
Don't. Dude, it's been a blessing having.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, King. I salute.
Bum Bum was never seen again. He sacrificed himself for all of his friends to save the world. What a legend, bro. He's such a goat. Ethan, X-Mode, and Oliver all make it to beach, and they head to the pirate ship. As soon as they got to the pirate ship, they were greeted with the lava monkeys again, already. Ethan managed to knock Orion off, but Aaron was also down there, but he managed to get him off too, but they had little time to run. They made it to canyons, but the lava monkeys were still chasing them. We tried to get away, but they would not get away from us. Ethan manages to finally get Orion away, but then they realized, where is Oliver? Turns out Oliver wasn't even out of beach yet, and Orion was already chasing him down. Oliver almost got infected for the second time, but he jumped in the water and so did Orion. And that's when he realized the water cures the lava monkeys. Ethan and X Mode finally got back to Oliver to see Orion cured and well. Now they know that a cure works and the water works. This should be a piece of cake curing Aaron. Suddenly, Oliver starts pointing to something and we look over to see Aaron. Now, he's scared of us. We chase him down and we're gonna get him cured. We chase him all the way down to canyons, but he keeps juking us, bro. After so much dodging, running, and chasing, he finally stood still and we got him.
You're back to normal. Hey, stop. He's back to normal.
We did it. We cured everyone. We all had a meetup in the treehouse after what happened. We lost Bum Bum, but we cured everyone. But then we came to the realization we still haven't got Nathan.
Wait, so where's Nathan? We didn't cure him.
And that was Final Monkey 2. Hope you guys liked that one. It was definitely way better than the first one. But now we got Final Monkey 3. This one is an hour long, so this is going to take up the majority of the video. Please subscribe.
Hey, Sean. AJ Sean, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, so the Final Monkey 3 starts out with a flashback from the day before the first Final Monkey, and it shows a scientist and Jay Sean before he was infected. The scientist has him chained down and he's injecting something into him. As the scientist walks away, Jay Sean breaks free from his chains and goes after the scientist. The scientist runs away, but Jay Sean traps him in a cage and walks away. Jay Sean goes to clouds, and then that's when Final Monkey 1 takes place. We're now in present day and Ethan is by himself in the forest. He gets bored and decides to go to beach to hang out with Oliver. Also, this is about a year and a half after Final Monkey 1, and Ethan lives in the forest, Oliver lives in beach, Orion lives in clouds, X-Mode lives in basement, and Aaron lives in the canyons. Ethan sees Oliver, and Oliver actually now has a beard, which is kind of crazy, but they talk about some random stuff. They talk about the infection, they talk about everyone else, and we finally get the backstory on where they found the cure to the voice, because Oliver can now talk. Basically, they found a cure to the voice in the forest, just sitting there, but they still don't know who made it. Ethan and Oliver go to clouds because they want to go hang out with Orion too, because they haven't seen him in a while. But once they go to clouds, they can't find him anywhere. They also notice the fact that the whole clouds is super messy. There's tires everywhere, there's food everywhere, the food is rotten, everything's out of place, and they know Orion would not let that happen. They head to Orion's room just to see him still not in there. It looks like there hasn't been anyone in the clouds for years. What is going on? Ethan and Oliver split up to try to find Orion, and then Oliver finds this.
Orion. He's actually dead. Alright, I gotta go tell you.
Oliver finds his brother's dead body on a random branch. He goes to tell Ethan, and they are both just so surprised at that. How is he dead? Who did it? When did it happen? Who knows? They decided they were gonna go get X-Mode and Aaron and tell them the bad news, and try to find out who did this to him. They head to the basement to go see X-Mode, and they reunite with him. They go on the couch, and then they break the bad news. They told X-Mode what happened to Orion, and obviously he's surprised too, and they agree and they go gather up and get Aaron. The three of them head to Canyons to go tell Aaron the bad news and try to get him to help find out who did this to him. They were going to check mountains to see if there was anything weird in there, and they actually found a guy named Roger. They checked if he killed Orion, he didn't, and he actually ended up joining them to try to find out what actually happened to Orion. After that, they realized they haven't been in caves since before the infection, so that was the perfect place to check if there was anything weird down there. They went through this giant hole in the wall, and it actually led them to the OG caves. They saw there was a bunch of goo everywhere, so they started following it, and it led to the mines, and there was a new area in the mines. It actually led them to the science lab where Jay Sean got infected by the scientist. So they grabbed a bunch of key cards and they went in and investigated. They looked around the place and noticed that there was a bunch of broken chains everywhere, and then they went to the downstairs area. They all got lanterns and went down there and realized there was something behind this gate. It was this scientist, but they've never seen him before. He asked to be let out, so they let him out, but then he started running away. They trapped him in a corner and tried to get answers, but he kept trying to run away, but they weren't going to let that happen. They asked him if he knew Orion, Nathan, or Jay Sean, and then he actually said he used to work on Jay Sean. And then they realized Jay Sean was the first infected, and why would he be working on him? Did he infect Jay Sean? He tried to run away again, but Oliver shot him with his bow and arrow and slowed him down. He tried to run away again, but we trapped him in another corner. We asked him, did he infect Jay Sean? And yes, he did, but he claims it was because Jay Sean asked to be stronger and more powerful, but that doesn't really sound like something he'd do. The scientist also tells him that he created the cure that they found for the voice, and then they ask him, can he make a cure to the infection? Cause Ethan has already found some, can't he make more? He says he can, but we need to bring the lava monkeys to him. They make it a deal that they'll bring the lava monkeys to the scientist, and the scientist will make a cure for everyone. Ethan tells the scientist that if he brings the lava monkeys and he doesn't make a cure, he will kill him. They agreed on it and went to mountains where Aaron and Oliver thought Roger and X-Mode went, because they just kind of disappeared while we were talking to the scientist. But they weren't there. So they checked basement. The three of them checked basement, but no, none of them were there. So they checked the Metro City, which they've never actually gone into before. And when they looked in there, they actually saw Roger, but he looked like he was kind of trapped. Roger explains that X-Mode had to put him down there because he didn't want him to interfere with his plan. X-Mode wanted to go kill the scientist. He waited for everyone to leave so he could do the dirty work himself. He wanted to kill the scientist for revenge for Bum Bum and starting the infection. Ethan, Oliver, Aaron, and Roger all ran down to the caves, but it was too late. X-Mode was already down there and getting ready to kill the scientist. But things take a turn for the worst.
You want?
Why'd you kill him?
Kill who?
Hated the virus, you killed my best friend.
Who? What?
Bum Bum. Killed Bum Bum. You created it. You created the infection.
I don't know who Bum Bum is.
X-Mode was killed by the same scientist who caused the death of his best friend. By the time the group got down there was an infected. It was Nathan. They finally found him, but he was chasing them down. They all ran away. They ran to the top boxing canyons, but it was too late. Nathan found them, and Roger was infected too. Ethan jumped off, and Ethan, Aaron, and Oliver all ran down to the caves and into the lab and mines to bring the infected to the scientist and hopefully make a cure. They brought the infected down to the scientist, but they still don't know the scientist killed X-Mode. They asked him if he knew where he was, but he said he hasn't seen him, which was obviously a lie. The scientist successfully traps Nathan and Roger. While they trapped the lava monkeys, the scientist told them that he needed beach water in order to make the cure. So Aaron went to go get a cup of beach water and came back. Once Aaron got back, they just needed to grab one of the lava monkeys, so they just grabbed Roger and hooked him up to the same chains that they had Jay Sean in. But nobody expected the scientist to do this. He went up to Roger and he started cutting him open, and he took something out of him. Who even knows what that is? And the scientist said he has to kill Roger now. But that did not sound right to anyone. Ethan and the scientist started getting into an argument about not to kill Roger, and the scientist didn't care. He was going to walk back in to go kill him, but then Ethan punched him, and they started fighting. Oliver stepped in and made them stop, but then this happens.
Need to be fighting. Did you do anything like that again to me?
I'm not gonna let anyone else kill my friends. And finally, Ethan killed the scientist. He had enough of him, and they knew that killing their friends was not the right thing to do. They would be better off just curing them in the beach water by themselves. While Oliver and Ethan were going back into the room, they found something on the table. It was weapons. There was a big, shooter thing and a shield. They equipped them and went to go talk to Aaron. But while they were talking to Aaron, Nathan broke free. This was not good. They started using their weapons and shields, and they were pretty effective, I'm not gonna lie. The three of them decided they should go to beach. That'd be the best way to get Nathan cured once and for all. Ethan tells Aaron and Oliver to go ahead and go to the beach, while he lures Nathan himself. He made it to beach and the three of them ran over to a safe spot. And then, this happens.
I think we lost him. Aaron, watch out!
Aaron. And boom, just like that, Aaron was infected again, and so was Roger for the second time. Ethan ran around the pirate ship trying not to be infected, and then he finally cured Roger. He realizes he needs to go back for Roger because he left him in the water and he could drown. So he jumped in, saved Roger, and then they went to the top of the pirate ship. Once they all got up there, they pushed Nathan off and realized Aaron was by himself. So they all pushed him off the edge and he fell in the water, being cured. And then Roger jumped in and saved him, while Ethan and Oliver went to go cure Nathan. They got the idea, now that Nathan was still, to shoot him at the same time and he'd go flying off the edge. So they did it, and he fell into the water and finally got cured. Ethan jumped down to go save him. Ethan brought Nathan to the others, and he also got the voice cure and injected it in Nathan. Now everyone was back to normal, and then Aaron gave Ethan a little note, and it looked like it was written by the scientist. Aaron said he found it in the lab, and it said the scientist killed Orion and Ryland. But now they know who did it. It's really sad to find out they died, but they know who did it. They told Nathan everything he's missed in the past couple of years, and they all had to meet up on top of Stump. And that was the final Monkey series. I hope everyone watching this video enjoyed, and if you're interested by this, I really recommend you go watch Final Monkey 1, 2, and 3. There's a playlist of all of the videos, the trailers, the teasers, the edits. Anyways, there's gonna be no more Final Monkeys, no Final Monkey 4, maybe some skits here and there, but I doubt it, because these are so hard to make. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for 5,000, and subscribe!